What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Charting Crypto live stream. Give me a 1 2 1 2 if everything sounds good, music sounds clear, I'm coming through clear. Hope everyone's having a good Sunday. I was gonna do my live stream last night, but Michigan State game was on, so definitely couldn't do that during that rivalry game. Michigan won, of course. So as of right now, let's just jump into BTC real quick. We're looking at the day chart. Day chart right now, you can see we're currently getting rejected to the 382 at around $21,000 even. The MACD is currently tailing back down. MACD's, yeah, it's tailing back down. RSI is pretty high. WTX is also high. If we just look at the general top that we've been tagging on the RSI, this is the general area where BTC starts retracing since June, since we had that big capitulation. The general area on the RSI where BTC likes to start retracing. So as of right now, 21,000 seems like it's the top for BTC on the day chart. I wouldn't be surprised if we see down to 19.8 to the 786 and testing that out. Yeah, so I'm not super bullish on BTC right now. I still think the big capitulation's coming. I know a lot of people are thinking the bottom's in already, but I just don't see it. 4-hour chart also validates that. We're bearish on the MACD. We did get a sell signal on the WTX. RSI is currently heading down towards that main high. So it looks like the first main stop would be $20,000 support, which is also a 786 just below that. And the main volume area is around that $19,000 range for BTC. So I don't think BTC is going to be breaking above 21,000. I mean, we could briefly break above 21,000, but I don't think we're going to be heading up to the next level at around 2168. I think the 618 is going to be, or the 382 is going to be where we're going to be topping out for BTC before we start retracing. This week's going to be pretty good in the market. You're looking to pick up coins. I know a lot of meme coins are running right now. All the dogs are running. So with that, let's get into some requests. So we got OP, MTRG, XDB, Casper, and LCX. Welcome to the live stream, you guys. Let's check out OP. Optimism's down at 8.2% at $1. 4 billion max supply, only 214 million coins in circulation. So that's always something I'm very cautious of. When they have a low circulating supply with a large max supply, they could definitely unload more coins and dilute the market, which would drive the price down. So that's just something to always be wary about when you see coins like that. 3 months ago was the all-time high at 221. 4 months was the all-time low at 40 cents. I wonder if you guys can hear my dog snoring in the background. He's out. Okay, here's OP. So OP on the 4-hour chart right now, you can see we are bearish on the MACD. RSI was overbought for quite a while. This is a nice run that we had up here. What was that? So if we would have bought in October 21st and held all the way to the top, that'd be 92% gain. It's not bad for a bear market. Unfortunately, we did just put in a lower high, and we're currently working our way towards a lower low here for OP. The $1 is a very psychological number. You can see it's a resistance right now. When you go from 3 digits down to 2 digits, it's a very psychological number. You can see the main volume areas down here at this main support at 85 cents. Let's draw a fib on this and do a little bit of dissection. Bottom to top here. Currently working our way towards the 382 at around $1 even. That's something we have to keep an eye on. I think we're gonna be bouncing off $1 for the time being. Usually we don't just break below a whole number like that. Usually we see some sort of bounce there, which would validate or the continuation downwards. You can see we went down, made a lower high, went down. We could come up here, make a lower high, and then work our way back down. But nonetheless, the 4-hour chart is actually pretty bearish on OP. We're at 53 on the RSI. MACD is still growing in a bearish sentiment, and the WTX is just below 50. If we look at the day chart for OP, day chart is also bearish. You can see we pretty much topped out on the MACD right here, and we're starting to cool down towards the bearish sentiment. We haven't even crossed over bearish yet, but we're getting descending candles instead of ascending candles. The RSI is pretty high at 61. We didn't get a sell on the WTX, but the WTX doesn't normally head that high. So for OP right now, I don't own any OP, but if I wanted to buy OP, I'd be keeping an eye on the 618 at 85 cents. That was that large main volume area on the 4-hour. And so I think the first stop will be the 382 at around 99 a dollar, of course, and then we'll see some sort of volatility around that dollar, because you don't just break through whole numbers like that. Then nonetheless, I think it's just be a slow ladder down effect to 8 to 85. I don't think BTC is going to be going much higher. I think BTC is going to start its retracement, and this relief rally that we're getting with all these coins right now, people are going to start buying. They're starting to FOMO back in right now. They're going to get trapped. They're going to get trapped, and they're going to send BTC lower, and people are going to get liquidated. But short term right now, I think this would be the play for OP. I think the 618 wouldn't be a bad buying opportunity at 85 cents. You can see the day chart still has a while to play out till we cross over bearish, so we'll just have to keep an eye on that. But short term right now, I'd be keeping an eye on a dollar. Longer term, it looks like 85 cents will be the point. So WTRG. What is that? Oh, MTRG. Meteor Governance. Meteor Government's at TRG down 5.6 at 375. 40 million total, 18 million circulation, 62 million market cap. I like it when they're set up like that. I like coins that don't have billions upon billions of coins in circulation. And then unless they're like a utility coin, like, you know, Gala or Cardano, nonetheless, you can make a lot of money on coins that are set up like that. All-time high on this was 1647 a year ago. All-time low was 2 years ago at 21 cents. Where is this available? KuCoin being the leader, so available on KuCoin. So MTRG looks like last time I charted, I said we might be heading down to the 618. I was absolutely wrong on that. We went all the way back down to 311 down there, but nonetheless, we did see some sort of retracement from there, and we're starting our ladder up effect once again. So this uptrend is invalid. I'm actually gonna just clear everything and start fresh. Okay, so let's get into it. So as of right now, Meteor, you can see we have pretty much a double resistance at the 382. You have a main resistance and a 382. You briefly broke above it here, but instantly got rejected. You had the body of the candle break above it, and as soon as we got to the 236 at around 425, it pushed us right back below it. MACD this is on the day chart, by the way. We'll go to the 4 hour after this, but the day chart did just cross bearish as well. So we just got a bearish crossover on the day chart. If we just look at the RSI, we really don't capitulate all the way back down to 19 or 20. We've been just hovering around 37. So let me just draw a support line on the RSI. So this would probably be the area that I'm gonna be looking for a retracement to, back down to this 39 on the RSI, which on the day chart would bring us to about the 618 right here at around 36 or $3.65. So I think we're gonna be continuing down to around $3.65 on the day chart, and then working our way up to try to overtake this double resistance. If we get rejected on that way back up, then we're gonna be officially bearish because we will not be putting in a higher high. If we start right here, you can see we've been putting in higher highs and higher lows. But if we don't break over this double resistance and head up to around $4.50, then this will flip bearish once again. It's gonna be pretty difficult to get over a double resistance. Not impossible, but it'll be very difficult. So as of right now, I'd be keeping an eye on 365. Let's look at the 4 hour chart and see if that backs it up. So 4 hour chart's also bearish. WTX is actually pretty dang low, also with the RSI. So sorry about that. So as of right now, what I'm still looking for is a drop down to around that 365. You can see on the 4 hour chart, there's a double support here. The main support's at 360. The next one's at 364. So short term, I'm going to be bearish on it, heading down here and then gradually working our way back up. You can see on the 4 hour chart, we actually did put in a lower high though. That's just something to be considerate of. Something like this could be the case. Start laddering back down. So I'm trying to train myself to just look at the day chart right now, since we're in a bear market. I'm not trying to do swing trades or flip trades. I'm trying to base my buys off the day chart. But if you're going off the 4 hour right now, the 4 hour is looking like there's gonna be better buying opportunities for this coin. It's looking like that ladder down effect's gonna be the case here. Dropping to the main support, testing the main resistance, dropping down to 786, testing that as resistance until we work our way back down. So longer term it looks bullish, short term it looks bearish. I'd be keeping an eye. I think the 786 wouldn't be a bad buying opportunity at $3.38, so $3.40. I'm going to put a star there, so if we ever come back to this, I can see how accurate this was. Okay, so that's OPXDB. Oh yeah, this one here. This one made a large move last time I charted it, I believe. The Digibytes XDB down 8.3% at 004, 1.3 billion max, or total, 762 million in circulation. The small market cap, I remember talking about that. The market cap's extremely small, so it can easily run in either direction. You can see the all-time high was 85 cents last bull run. All-time low was a month ago at 203. I thought we were actually going to go up to the 618 and work our way down. We actually got rejected. And was that based off the day chart? The XTB right now, you can see we did get rejected. We didn't even go all the way up to the 618. Let me see if this is an actual valid fib. If we probably drop this down to that one candle top we did. So if we ignore this candle top and go to this candle top to the previous high, you can see we did actually tag the 618 and start that retracement right there. And we actually just fell below the main volume of 4 hours, which is not good. That's actually pretty bearish in my personal opinion. The good part about this is you can see we're pretty dang low on the RSI. The WTX is in the green as well. So I think just a little bit more downwards movement and then we'll be seeing a good decent sized rally for Digibyte. I think we're gonna be heading down to the probably this main support at 00408. I'd be looking for something like this and then a big move up to the 786. You can see we had a big capitulation here and then we laddered up. Then I think we're gonna do the same thing. We're to head down here and then ladder up. I think the lowest that we go is down to this support area right here at 004. So I guess I'm gonna be bearish on it in the short term and bullish on it in the longer term. Let me look at the day chart just to see if it's valid on the day chart as well. Yeah, that's definitely valid on the day chart as well. I think this is gonna be the play right now for Digibyte. We're gonna have to keep an eye on the 786 though, because you can see we are putting in lower highs. But for the short term right now, I'd be looking for a bounce off that 004.1 and then working our way back up to the 786. And that 786 is the main volume area on the day chart. As of right now, all my charting and all my buys are pretty much based off the day chart instead of the 4 hour chart. I'm not really looking at short-term time frames right now. I'm looking at longer terms for my investments. And with this, I'd be probably putting a buying order at 0041 and looking for possible take profit at 006 at this main volume 786 area. And then we'll assess the situation at that time. So let's see, what percentage drop would that be from here? Yeah, that's pretty nasty drop. Another 12-13% drop. Not impossible with small market cap coins. So, and if we did bounce off that, then headed back and then went back up to that 786, that would, oh shoot, that's a fib. That would be a pretty decent sized gain, I believe. Yeah, 51%. That wouldn't be bad for spot trading. Buy at 004. Put a sell at 0062. Get 50%. I don't know if you can long or short this coin, but that would probably be a good long if we headed down and bounced off this main support area. So that's what I'm seeing right now for Digibyte. Little bounce here, then heading back up. All these indicators are looking really good for a pretty large bounce once we head down here as well. So short-term bearish, long-term bullish. Hey, morning chef, doing a day stream today. So Casper, what's going on with Casper? Let's see. Casper's down 4.4 at 4 cents. Infinite max supply, 10 billion coins in circulation. I'm always wary about infinite max supply coins ever since the Terra Luna incident. Not comparing this to Terra whatsoever, but they had an infinite supply and you saw what happened when things went bad. The bad part about that is my largest investment is Ethereum, and Ethereum's also an infinite supply coin. So I guess do as I say, not as I do. All-time high in this is 133 a year ago. All-time low is 4 months at 002. That wouldn't be a bad buy 4 months ago. 2 cents for Casper. That's kind of a steal. 4 cents is actually a steal in my opinion. Let me see if they put more coins in circulation though. 1 sec. That's why the all-time high. We're gonna probably never reach that all-time high anytime. Well, can't say never. Never say never. But it's gonna be very, very difficult to reach that all-time high. Because you can see they put a lot of coins in circulation since the initial coin launch. You can see the market cap compared to the price absolutely skyrockets after that. So it just means they dumped a whole bunch of coins in circulation, and 10 billion coins is nothing to sneeze at. But it has good use case. Probably a good long-term hold. I don't own any of it though. I had this breaking out, going to the moon. We did not. Yeah, that is a nasty drop on Casper we just had. 21% drop. We're about ready to flip bullish though. This is very similar to my KSM. You can see we have the green buy. We just got the green buy on the WTX. RSI is low, about ready to be oversold, and about ready to have a bullish crossover. You can actually see the candle is yellow right now. Absolutely neutral. Look at that. So I think we're about ready to bounce on Casper. It might not be a bad opportunity to put a long on Casper. That's not financial advice. At least a long up to this main volume area at 4.7. I could definitely see that happening. Let me draw a fib to see if I can back that up. But so far that 3 wise men theory that I created is working on KSM. But that'd be the similar situation here. You got the buy signal in the WTX. This isn't actually flashing a buy signal yet, but it's pretty damn close. And you're about ready to have a bullish crossover on the MACD. We're obviously bouncing off some sort of support here, probably a fib. Let's see. Well, it's not that one. Ah, there it is. So we actually wicked down to the 618 right here. And then recently just got that buy signal on the WTX. So I would actually be looking for a little bit more downwards movement until we work our way back up for Casper. I think entering around 3.8 or this main support at 3.8 even, or 3.89 or around 3.9 wouldn't be bad. So somewhere in here. I don't know if you can long Casper anywhere, but I think that would be a great long, a bounce off there, then working our way up. I think the highest that we would go before we see some sort of drop would be around 4.7. Not saying we'd go straight up there, obviously it'd be steady growth, you know, there'd be the ups and downs, but nonetheless, that's on the 4-hour chart. If the day chart looks the same, that would probably put the nail in the coffin, as in we are probably going to see some decent sized movement to the upside on Casper soon. Let's see. So the day chart does not back that theory up. The day chart is actually bearish. So that bearishness on the day chart, let's see, the normal area that we retraced to on the day chart does look like it's around 38. So let me draw a line there. There's 38. WTX is also breaks down to around -34. We're currently bearish on the day chart. The 618 is right here around 3.8. So I'd be looking that it would actually bounce off that 3 or off that 618 if it headed down to 36 on the RSI. So I don't know if I'm going to enter along on this yet. I'm actually going to monitor the day chart just a little bit more. But if we just look at the general history of this, it does look like this is a normal bounce point on the RSI. So that drop down to here and working our way back up could definitely be the case. So I'm actually going to write this down so I can keep a closer eye on it. So nonetheless, though, 4-hour chart's looking extremely bullish on Casper. I think we just have a little bit more downwards movement to go. Then we have that 3 wise men theory, and then working our way back up in the short term. So something like this could definitely be the case for Casper. And I mean, we could briefly wick down to this main support around 3.8. Nothing's out of the cards, but a reversal's about ready to happen on Casper. My personal opinion. LCX. LCX is down 7% at 4.8. Small market cap, less than $1 billion total supply. Majority of the coins are in circulation. That is a great setup for me. When I get into a new coin, that's pretty much the main thing I look at. What's the market cap? What's the total max supply? And how much of that do they have in circulation? If they have a large max total supply, not a lot in circulation, I am very, very, very hesitant on buying in at that time. But this is not bad at all. So let's see what's going on with LCX. So LCX US dollar. Let's see if there's a trading view. Nope. We got to go off this one. Don't remember last time I charted this thing, but lots of scribbles. Apparently I thought we were heading down to the 786 down here at 4.6, which did not happen. I remember charting this downtrend right here. Let's just clear it up, start fresh. So we're actually broke out of this downtrend, which is not a bad thing at all. You know, breaking out of downtrends are a good thing. hell am I doing? Yeah, it looks like we broke out of that downtrend. We're gonna ignore some of these wicks. We broke above it briefly here, and we currently actually broke way out of it, and we actually tested the resistance on the main volume area on the 4-hour chart around 51 cents. We currently back tested this downtrend as support, and the support held for LCX, so we can officially say that we reversed this downtrend here, and we actually bounced off the support area. So we tested the downtrend, it held as support, the main support held us as a support, and we're working our way back up. MACD, however, is about ready to flip bearish, but if you look, we do have bearish fake outs quite a bit on this. We haven't been moving very largely in the bearish area on the MACD since June, or since October 13th. So for LCX right now, I think the main thing we need to keep a focus on is around the 4-5 here. The RSI is, you know, at the 50 point. Do we have juice to run up? Definitely, but it'd be more beneficial if the RSI was lower. But for the short term right here, let me draw a fib and see what's going on. We're gonna ignore this scam wick here. We're actually go to this wick. So as of right now, we did bounce off the support. Currently having a difficult time getting over the 618. We wicked up to it. We haven't hard candled over it yet. I'm actually gonna hide this volume area. So what I'm going to be keeping an eye on here is this main support at around 4.8. If you see us fall below 4.8, we're most likely going to test this downtrend support again. But the good thing that you guys have here is you have a 786 sitting right below this main support. So you have a double support area right here, which is great. You guys have not fallen below it yet. And you actually see this candle's growing as we're talking. So I think this was a slight bearish fake out here. We're to continue in a bullish sentiment. So I'm going to be looking for a movement up to around the 382 short term at around 5 cents. And then doing a little cool down and then working our way up towards this main resistance at around 5.3. That would actually bring us into an overbought territory in the RSI, which this has done briefly. And you can see when this thing starts to run, it does run, but there are very, very wide ranges that a coin is sold in a 4-hour time period. As you can see, these wicks are absolutely crazy on this coin. So short term right now, I'm gonna be bullish on it. Let's keep an eye on the 618, break over the 618. Next stops the 386 at around 5 cents even. Let's go to the day chart and see what the day chart holds. Day chart as well is about ready to flip bullish. You can see we had a slight bearish movement on the MACD. MACD is starting to get close to a convergence. RSI is neutral at 46. WTX is also low. So a movement to the upside is definitely looking possible in my personal opinion. Not a super large move, but it does look like we want to get a higher high here. So I'll bounce off that 618 around that 4.8 and working our way up to the 382 at around 5 cents is most likely going to be the case. And then we'll have to test that round number of 5 cents and see if we break over that. If we break over that 5 cents, I think a push up to around 5.3 would definitely be a valid move before a retracement. I'm actually going to put a star here. So whenever I come back to this, I can see if this actually played out how I predicted it. So just something like this and working our way up here. And I think this would be the absolute highest that we go for the time being before we see some sort of retracement. But nonetheless, it does look like it wants to start moving in a bullish and putting in higher highs and higher lows. I'm kind of thinking this is going to be the case here in the short term. If we fall below this double support area though, then all this is invalid and we'll have to reassess the situation. But as of right now, I don't see it falling below this double support area of around 4.8. I think we'll be gradually working our way up to this main resistance area here. We finally broke out of this downtrend that we've been in since the whole month of October. October 10th, we've been in this downtrend. So it looks like about ready to go. What's up, CC? Quant, of course. Yeah, I have not done quant yet. Usually that's the first one, but I did not do quant yet. I did quant this morning on a video, but we'll still cover it in the live stream, see how it's been playing out. Is this one I did this morning? Yeah, I think this is the one I did this morning. I wonder where all my lines went. Yeah, that's fine. So quant right now, similar to this morning, I was talking about this downtrend that we're in and how we're getting very close to the support convergence area. And I think for today, what we need to keep an eye on is that $63 range. This is the 4-hour right now, the $63 range for quant. If we don't break over $63 today and this downtrend, I think that push down to this double support down here at around 140, 145 is going to be the case. We might be seeing some heavy downwards movement for quant here if we don't break out of this convergence area. And we're very, very close. The convergence point's actually the 31st, so tomorrow. The quant has to decide what it's going to do before then. We're not just going to continue moving sideways here. It's either going to be breaking to the upside to the 382 at 173, or we're going to be shitting the bed down to this double support at 140. My money is on a capitulation down to this 140 here. You can see MACD really hasn't been doing shit. We've just been hovering sideways. The MACD doesn't do shit. That brings us down. That is a downwards movement. We actually got a buy signal right here on October 28th. And if we would have bought on October 28th and held, we currently would be down right now. So I'd be looking for that capitulation that would actually bring quant into the oversold area. And we'd have a large movement on the MACD. And I think once we get down to that 140 area, it's going to be very, very, very volatile. That was a very heavy resistance to get over, as you can see back here for quant, and it was a pretty heavy support in the past as well. So that 140 is going to be very difficult to fall below. If we see a large bounce off 140 and we start taking off, then unfortunately I don't think my $100 quant will hit unless BTC shits the bed very, very hard. I still have countless people commenting on my videos saying I'm fucking crazy and snorting coke, thinking that quant's going to go down to $100, but obviously they weren't around in 2018. And they also say it's not following BTC anymore, which it's actually starting to follow BTC. So if we do the BTC comparison, you can see that it was following BTC very closely till we broke out around September 15th. And then as of recently, you can start seeing the comparison. If I actually blow this up and match it where we're currently at, you can see that it's starting to follow BTC once again. We did briefly break out of it back here, but we're starting to get on the same path as BTC right now since we started this downtrend. And eventually I think we're going to fall back onto the tide, which is BTC. But short term right now, we're actually at a very important area for quant. That main, I'm going to get rid of this main support downwards convergence right here at 160. So if we break above that, then next stop's will be 173. I don't think that's going to be the case though. I think a heavy capitulation is going to be in the cards, even with the RSI being this low. Let's go to the day chart and see if that validates. The day chart as well, you can see we're continually growing bearish on the MACD. We're continually getting engulfing candles. Say that 10 times fast. And we're still growing bearish. RSI is still high. We're still above 50. We're at 51, and you can see quant does come down and tag 20 quite often. And prior to that breakout right here, we tagged that quite a bit. So a retracement back down is not out of the cards. And if we just look at the lifespan of quant, we've only been in the overbought territory one time, and that was back in 2021 right here. We had the absolute large run up and then a very, very, very long downtrend. So if we did something similar to that, that would bring us down to $100 quant or lower. So actually I have 2 stars here. This is my $100 quant. And why do I keep calling it $100 quant? I'm looking at the day chart now on the longer time frames. We're in a bear market. Instead of doing the short-term time frames, I'm going to start looking at longer-term time frames, and that's kind of where I'm looking at to start looking at getting into some coins and how patient I need to be. So short-term right now, I think we'll be looking for that drop down to around 145 to 140, and then you see on the day chart the main volume for quant is around that 104 $100 area. I was going to say something else, but I completely forgot what I was going to say. Feel like I've tried to quant so much that I just keep repeating myself over and over. But yeah, if we do break out of this downtrend, the next stop would be 173. If we do break below this main support here at 145 140, you can see that's the next largest volume area right here. So we have this large volume area, and then we have the super volume area here. There's really nothing until we get there. So you see the 786 is the start of the main volume area. And if we break below the 786, the volume actually decreases right here. So if we look down here, that's what I'm kind of hoping for. If we break below the 618, then a capitulation down to the 100. So I'm still saying $100 quant, and I can't wait for quant to go up to 100. I'm going to make a specialty video on it and everything. But if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. You know, patience is key. So yeah, that's quant for you guys. Day chart still extremely bearish. 4 hour chart, we're heading towards that convergence area right here. We need to keep a close eye on. We break below that convergence, the next main support's down to 140 145. I've seen quant drop that much in a day, no problem. I've also seen it gain a crazy amount in a day, no problem as well. Looking bearish, which is good for me because I want to buy some more. We did Casper, we did quant, H-bar. What's going on with H-bar? So I don't own any H bar, but I think H bar is a really good long-term hold. I don't have a lot of long-term holds. I have billions upon billions of coins, but I think H bar would be a pretty good long-term hold, but I don't own any. So max supply is 50 billion. About half of that's in circulation, 1.5 billion market cap. We're currently down 0% today at 6.1. All-time high on this was it last bull run at 56 cents. All-time low was 3 years ago at 0.009. So H bar, well, I haven't charted H bar in a while. Looks like last time I charted it was September 24th here, saying we're gonna get rejected the 618 and work our way back down. I was pretty accurate there. I mean, I was off by a little bit, but you can't get everything exactly right. So 4-hour chart right now, we're actually looking pretty bullish. We actually broke out of this downtrend from what it looks like. Let's see. So we have the downtrend here, broke out of the downtrend, back tested it as support here on October 28th. And it held as support, and we're currently working our way back up. So we officially are in an uptrend on H bar right now. Currently having a difficult time getting over the 618 right here at 6 cents on the larger fib. I'm actually going to delete this larger fib and go off a smaller fib so we can get a little bit more detail on the short-term time frame. So you can see the main volume area for H bar is around 5.8 cents. You can see that's technically where we've been bouncing off quite a bit for support, which is also sitting next to a 618. So you can say this is technically a triple support area because you have the main support here at 5.7, you have a 786 at 5.77, then you have the main volume area at 5.79. So it's gonna be very difficult for H bar to fall below these levels here, in my personal opinion, with all the main volume being there, 786 and main support. So I'm gonna get rid of this volume so it doesn't cluster up the screen. And as of right now, we did bounce off the main support 382 area at 6.0, working our way up, currently at the 236. MACD, however, is starting to lose its momentum and head towards a bearish crossover. RSI is pretty high at around 6.4, and WTX did briefly touch red, but we did not get a sell signal. So as of right now, we're still bullish. I mean, we could actually come all the way back down to the 618 here at 5.8 and still be bullish because we would not put in a lower low. Let's just take a general look at this. So we have the high here, high here. We could actually come back down here and then work our way back up to around 6.4. Actually want to try something here. I'm not very good at Elliott waves, so just stick with me. I'm just trying something right now. Huh. That plays out. I don't know what happens after this. I'm not very in tuned with the Elliott wave, but as of right now, what I'm gonna be looking for here is a retracement on the 4-hour chart. Yeah, we do have a bullish candle right here, and we do have a double support at 6 cents. Even we have a 6, and we have a 6.0. Super chat from COVID Psychopath. Thank you very much. Thanks for supporting me in this bear market. It actually means a lot. Thank you, thank you. So as of right now for H bar, I'm gonna be looking for a retracement down to one of these fib areas. I think the lowest that we could possibly go on H bar for continuation is down to the 618, around 5.8. I know that sounds bad, but we would still be bullish if that happened. The RSI is just too high, in my opinion, to continue a movement up to this main resistance at 6.4, and the MACD is about ready to flip bearish. So we're gonna have some sort of downwards movement. Just where are we gonna get that bounce? And we can see we haven't really been tearing into the bearish area on the MACD, but we really haven't been tearing into the bullish area either. They're just brief periods. So a brief period, in my personal opinion, would be down to around either the 6 cents or this 0.5 and then a continuation up. So that's what it's looking like on the 4-hour. Let's see what the day chart says. So day chart right now, excuse me 1 second. Sorry. So day chart right now is actually just crossed over bullish, and we're still working our way up on the bullish area. RSI is tailing up as well, and WTX. So that pullback on the 4-hour, that brief pullback on the 4-hour and the continuation up does look like a promising case to me. And we actually did break out of this downtrend on the day chart as well. Let's see. Yeah, we broke out of this day chart as well. So H bar is pretty bullish right now, I'd have to say. So based on the 4-hour short-term time frame, I'd be looking for this double support bounce here at around 6 cents. I think the highest that we'll go for the time being is around the 6.4 though, that resistance area, because that would bring us into massively overbought, and then we'd have to cool back down. So something like this, I think, would be the case. Maybe we could hit this 382, get a wick down here, and then work our way up to this main resistance at 6.4, and then we'll have to assess the situation there, because once we're that high, we're going to be massively overbought and we're going to have to come down and cool down somewhere. So short-term bearish down to this area around 6 cents, and then bullish after that. I'd be looking for approximately a, oh, that's only a 1% drop. Yeah, 1% drop for the time being. And if we break below that, the next stop's 0.5, and the lowest we absolutely go, I think, is the 618 at 5.6. But short term, and this is what I'm calling. I'm gonna put a star here, so when I come back to it, I can see how accurate it was. I don't own any H bar, no. Gala and Jasmine. I actually was thinking about buying Gala yesterday because I'm currently building a gaming computer. I'm using an old Mac right now, and I just want to upgrade to something else. I want to get into PC gaming and stuff like that, more like blockchain gaming and stuff. Maybe I'll stream some of that when I play. We'll do a live stream, like let's take a break from charting and just hang out and watch me play a game. So that's H bar right there. Let's see what else. Where are we at right now? So we have Gala. I'm actually really looking forward to playing Helix. 2 weeks it comes out. If you have a founder's pass, you get alpha testing, or alpha early entry, three months early entry. But you know, there's probably gonna be a lot of bugs because it's alpha, but nonetheless, you get to play it before everybody else. I'll probably stream that. So Gala right now is up 18.8% at 4.3 cents, 50 billion max, 7 billion in circulation, 326 million market cap. Yeah, I'm just looking through the chats real quick. So let's get into Gala. Yeah, Gala had a nice run. We're currently on the 4-hour chart here, so we had a very nice run. Currently, though, we're massively overbought on the RSI. You can see 91. MACD is starting to head towards a bearish crossover. I mean, we're not close to crossing over bearish yet, but we're not getting engulfing candles anymore. We're getting degolfing candles, I guess you could say. And the WTX is also pretty high. So short term, I think we're gonna be seeing a pullback. I've talked about this several times before. When you have large run-ups, you usually retrace back down to the 50% area. I don't know if this is gonna be the case here. Let's draw a fib and see. Wow, to the T. This is like to the T following this fib. You can see we're actually getting rejected at the 382, but we're wicking below it. So if this actually did play out, we did get to the bearish crossover and we cooled back down the RSI and everything, I think a retracement back down to 0.5 to this main support area, or possibly the 618 would be the case. Nonetheless, though, we're way overbought for Gala right now, and I think a pullback would be the case. It's just where are we going to pull back to? So short term, I'd be looking for a pullback to this main support around 4.1. If we broke below 4.1, there's really nothing until we get down to the 618. Let me just toss some volume up there. You can see the main volume's at 4 cents even. I don't think we fall back below this 618 though. So short term for Gala, I think I'm gonna put a star right here. I think that would be a good buying opportunity right here at around 4 cents even. I was gonna buy some yesterday. Actually started playing some Gala games. It's actually pretty cool. They're actually dropping a whole bunch of new games here very soon too, which could also jack up the price. I wonder if that's why the price skyrocketed, because I see a lot of stuff all over Twitter and stuff about how Gala is. I think they're putting out like 20 new games on their thing on this week or next week or something like that. They're putting out like 20 new games on their website. So short term right now, let's just look for a pullback to this general area here, and then a continuation up from that. Because if this was the catalyst caused by those new games coming out, I don't think we'll be coming back down here anytime soon. Those new games are going to attract more people, and more people will start buying Gala, so they could buy in-app stuff, you know, so they could buy skins and everything for their characters. So that's what I'm calling Gala short term right there. Let's see if the day chart backs that up. Yeah, day chart does back that up, because that'd be the 618. That'd be pretty damn close to the 618 at around 4 cents. We actually did just get a buy signal. If we would have listened to this chart on the day, this is why I'm kind of looking at the day charts now. So we did get a buy signal on the day. RSI was pretty low, and we were about ready to flip bullish. If we would have bought there and held on, that would have been a 51% gain, which is crazy for Gala. I mean, especially with large circulating supply coins like this, massive gains are very hard to come by. So short term, let's look for a pullback to around the 618 at around 4 cents, then a continuation up to this resistance area at 4.8 from there. So slight pullback, continuation higher. So I'm going to be short term bearish, long term bullish on Gala, and we'll assess the situation at that time. If we just look at the day chart, let's see if we're still in this downtrend. Long term downtrend. We actually just wicked to it. That's crazy. So yeah, we're still in a downtrend here, so that's just something to take into consideration. That downtrend actually converges right on to this main resistance area at 4.8. I'm going to keep this drawn here. We'll probably come back to it at a later time and assess the situation. But short term, slightly bearish to bullish, to slightly bearish pullback, and then bullishness after that. So now we're on to Jasmy. I made quite a bit of money on Jasmy earlier this year, I believe, just swing trading it. The Jasmy's up 10% at 005. I don't like Jasmy. I probably went over this too many times already, but I don't like what they did to their holders. You know, there's only a couple million coins in circulation at the beginning, and Jasmy absolutely skyrocketed up to 479. And without telling their community, they unloaded billions of coins in circulation. So imagine holding when there's only a couple million in circulation, and then you wake up and there's billions of coins in circulation. What's going to happen? They diluted the shit out of the market, and Jasmy just started tanking, as you can see right here. They were doing all good, and they put all the coins in, and look at that, straight free fall down. I feel sorry for those people. But as of right now, we're up 10.5% at 005. The thing is, there's still a shit ton more coins they could put in circulation, so take that for what it is. So 4-hour chart on Jasmy. Yeah, not looking good on the 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart, MACD's starting to head towards a bearish crossover. We got a sell signal on the RSI, and we actually got a sell signal on the WTX. So might not be a bad opportunity to short Jasmy here. Super chat, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you supporting me in the bear market. Trust me, it's been hard in the bear market, but it is what it is. That's where you find out who your true supporters are, right? That's you guys. So Jasmy right now is not looking good in the short term. I'd be keeping a main eye on this main volume area at 004. It does look like that 004 is what it's kind of looking for. That's approximately a 10% retracement from where we're currently at. And I think it could definitely get back down there. Let me see if I can draw a fib. This is probably going to hit on a fib area. Yeah, bottom to top like clockwork. That's the 786. This is right on the main volume. We're currently heading down to the 618. So there's two different areas in which we should keep an eye on for Jasmy. First one's gonna be the 618 at 005. If you break below 005, you can see there's absolutely no volume right here at the support area in the short-term time frame. So there's no volume at the support in the short-term time frame, which tells me that we're really not going to do much when we head down to the support area. It acted as pretty good resistance back here though. So short term for Jasmy, down the 618 at 05. If we break below that, I think we're heading down to around that 049 to 045 even. And then you can see the main volume for Jasmy right now is around 76. So if I entered a short here, I'd probably have a take profit at 0049, and then I'd pull the rest of my funds out and just, you know, at 0047. So if I did a 10x from here and it went all the way down there to 10 times 10 is 100, so that'd be 100% gain on whatever you put in. So you put in $100 and you get, you know, at 10x and it hits this 10%, you'd get $200. Put in $1,000, you get $1,000. You put in $10,000, you get $20,000. Leverage is crazy. So short term, let's keep an eye on the 618. Everything's screaming bearish to me though. About ready to head to a crossover here. This indicated probably a good time to sell. We got a sell signal on the WTX. Let's see if the day chart validates that. So day chart is actually still running bullish The day chart's still running bullish, but if we just look at the RSI, let's see, we've been in this downtrend since August of 2022. Look at that steep ass downtrend in Jasmine. Holy crap. So could this be the bottom? I don't know. I've heard it before. I've heard people say, hey, this is the bottom of Jasmine at 008. Everyone pile back in. I heard, hey, this drop right here to 007 is the bottom of Jasmine. Everyone get back in. Could it be the same situation as 004? Maybe. But as of right now, I think Jasmine's not looking super strong. You can see we are still growing bullishness, but this is a pretty damn big red candle for being bullish on the MACD. I think the next candle that comes out, because this is going to take an entire day to play out. I think tomorrow we're going to see a non-engulfing candle, and we're going to start working our way back down on the MACD on the day chart. So that validates that 4-hour chart for Jasmine. I think Jasmine's going to be retracing back down to one of those areas that I talked about, either the main support at 004 or inevitably down on the 786 at 0047. I'm going to put a star here and see what would happen. I'm actually going to put something here. I would do a 10x short and see if it would have played out. Whenever I come back to Jasmine, now I'll know what I was talking about here and see if it actually worked. That's kind of what I'm thinking. As always, none of this is financial advice, so make sure you do your own research. Don't go off me just drawing lines on the screen. Make sure you do your own research, but this is kind of what I'm looking at. That would equal 100%. Okay, let me read. Kind of behind on the chats. Give me a second. I'm going to read up through it. Jasmine. Probably said the same people that BTC will never go below 40K. This damn YouTube sent me the wrong notification. Then when I clicked on the page, got to this one go. Gala did a nice little pump this morning. Yeah, Gala did. I'm thinking we're going to go down. Okay, so let's see what's the next coin we're looking at here. So we just got done looking at Jasmine. So we got Jasmine made it. Thanks for covering LCX Casper. Yeah, man, no problem. Can I check out Luna? Buy set around 2334. Yeah, let's check out Luna. So 2334-ish. So as of right now, Luna's up 0.4% at $2.40. Infinite max supply, similar to Terra Luna. Circulating supply of only 157 million. Market cap's only 384 million. All-time high is 1887 when it first came out. All-time low was 2 months ago at 153. Wow, we're having a very difficult time getting over this main support area right here. Or not main support, getting over this main volume area at 250. Looks like I have a large fib on this. Let's see. What is this large fib from? Oh, this is from that huge ass run that we had. Okay, so there's that there, that there. I'm actually just going to clear it. We're going to start fresh. So short term, around the 4-hour time frame right now, Luna is looking like it's about ready to flip bearish on the MACD. RSI is pretty high. I mean, we're at 62. It doesn't look like we do enter the overbought territory quite often. And the WTX is actually pretty high too. We are in a general uptrend since October 21st. Draw a fib. Okay, so as of right now, we're having a difficult time getting over this main volume area. It's kind of looking like a 3-top drop top. So we have our 1 top, got rejected, had our 2nd attempt, got rejected, had our 3rd attempt, got rejected. And that's usually when you have the drop top from there. And you can see if we do break below this 382 area at $2.40, there's not a lot of volume whatsoever. The next main support would be around 233. Like you said, 2334, 2335. Yeah, this would be the next main support area if we fell below this 382. So that's not a bad buy in my personal opinion. That's the 618. So that would only happen if we broke below $2.40. This is 241, but I'm saying $2.40. So keep a close eye. We are still bearish. The MACD is about ready to flip bearish, and I think we're going to be battle testing this 382 right here. If we break below this 382, you can see we broke below it here previously on October 22nd. We had a huge ass red candle down to $2.31. And if you've been around my channel for a while, you know I love catching wicks rather than bodies. So if we break below that, we could possibly catch another large ass wick down to around $2.30, and that would be a great buying opportunity in my personal opinion. I can definitely see it happening here. So main area to keep an eye on is $2.40. You do have an overbought, not overbought, you do have an RSI, and we're about ready to flip bearish on the MACD. So you have that going for you for the price to be pushed down. We are technically in an uptrend still, but it's not a very strong one. Yeah, it's not a very strong uptrend at all. Let's see what the day chart holds. If the day chart's bearish, then yeah. The day chart actually is about ready to flip bullish. So that could be that one last capitulation. Holy crap, look at that candle. Look at that wick. Feel sorry for that sucker that bought in all the way up at 289. Yeah, so day chart as well. The 382 is holding us up. We're about ready to flip bullish on the MACD. And if we just take a general look, holy crap, look at that huge run on the MACD right here. That is nuts. Yeah, so I'm honestly going to be saying there's probably going to be one more capitulation event. And then from there, I think we're going to be moving our way up a little bit higher, because this is actually looking crazy bullish to me right now. But I think we're going to need that one last capitulation, and that'll be the bounce point to send us up higher. So that 233 probably wouldn't be a bad buy. And then the longer term from there, I think you'd actually be making quite a bit of profit. You can see the main volume is all the way down here to 118. I don't think we're heading down to 118 on this anytime soon. You can see last time we had this huge run up. I just want to point out some similarities here. We had this huge run up. We had that long downtrend and then just consolidation. It looks very similar to that right now, just on a shorter time frame. If I zoom out and look at it now, you had that huge run up, slow downtrend and retracement. So I'm thinking that next move up is going to be happening here pretty soon. So either it's going to be having one more capitulation and working us back down to around that 618 at 233, or we're going to be working our way back up. I'm leaning towards that one more push down, and that would be the capitulation event to push Luna up higher. Let's see. I deleted my fibs. Where did I hide them? There we go. Yeah, and as you can see, while we're charting this, we're actually right on the 382 right now. So this candle's continually growing bearish right now. Body's currently right on the 382. So short-term time frame, let's look for a drop down here to around $2.40 and possibly catch a wick down to around the 618. You can see these coins do like wicking very largely on the red side. See, the blue ones really don't have large wicks, but these red ones all have very large wicks to the downside. So a wick down to the 618 at 233 would be a fantastic buy if you actually caught it. So I think we're going to be seeing one more capitulation event, and then Luna's going to start working its way back up. I'm going to go through the chats real quick. I lost where it was. Where was I? Oh, there you go. That was Luna. We did Gala, Rose, and Deso. Let's look at Rose. So Oasis Network. What is that? Is that a gaming network? Oasis is a leading privacy enabled and scalable layer 1 blockchain network. Combines high throughput and low gas fees with secure architecture. Okay. No, it's not. So Oasis Rose is down 3.4 at 6.2 cents. 10 billion max supply, half of it's in circulation, 314 million market cap. All-time high in this was 10 months ago at 59 cents. All-time low was 2 years ago at 0.3. Where's this available? Available on the following exchanges down here. Binance being the leader. It's also available on Coinbase. Looks like last time I tried Rose, I thought we'd bounce off the 618 and work our way up. I'd actually call that a win, even though it kind of deviated from it. Looks like we're getting stuck. We're getting stuck right here at around 6.6 cents. Let's just clear this up and start fresh. So 4-hour chart just flipped bearish on the MACD. RSI is pretty high at 52. We have not gotten a sell signal yet. We did get a sell signal back on the 27th, but as of right now, we're currently still pretty high there as well. We're pretty high on the 4-hour chart. We did not put it, did we put in a higher high here? Let's see. This is at 66601. If you go by the wick, we did not put a higher high in here, but I'm not going to go by that. So this is the general uptrend that we're in right now. So for Rose right now, we're currently getting held up at the 0.5. Actually, we're currently testing it as support. If this breaks, we do have a double support here at the 618. The main support, you can see, not the main support, the main volume area is at 6 cents even. So it's gonna be very difficult to fall below this volume. There's gonna be a lot of volatility when you get down to 6 cents. And you have a 618 right next to it, which means this is kind of acting as a double support area for us right now. So for the short term, even if we do flip bearish, I think the lowest that we will go is the 618 at around 6 cents even. And then I think we'll gradually be working our way back up to test this resistance at 6.6. It's looking like we're looking to have like a 3 top. So 1 top, 2 top, 3 top. And if we don't break out right here, that's when you're gonna get the drop top. So for short term, I think this is gonna be the case, coming down to test the 618 and working our way back up to around 6.5, 6.6. If we break above that, then we are good to go. But if we do break below this 618 here, you do have that 786 uptrend area at around 5.8 to hold you up. But more likely than not, I think we'll be bouncing off that 618 and working our way. So I'm going to be short-term bearish, longer-term bullish. I think we're looking like we're heading towards the 3 top here. And then once we get back up here, we have to keep a close eye on it, because if we get rejected for a 3rd time, that's where you see the heavy drops. So short-term, let's look for approximately it's like 1 to 2% more. And then if we do get a bounce off that 618 and head back up to that 6.5, that'd be around 8 to 7% to the upside. Not looking bad. I think the day chart would actually validate that as well. Whoops. Yeah, it looks like we're currently testing this uptrend right now too. Yeah, so let's look for a drop down to 6 cents, then working our way back up. You can see the MACD on the day chart starting to cool down. RSI is pretty high. We have not gotten a sell on the WTX, but nonetheless, this is looking bearish right now. So that 3 top looks more likely than not. That 3 top capitulation back down, but you never know. I think this thing follows Bitcoin pretty close as well. We just see. Yeah, if you just look at that, you can see the comparison to Bitcoin in this. So this looks pretty dependent on BTC. Besides, you guys did deviate pretty heavily right here on July, but it looks like you guys came back on the path. What I think Quant's going to do very similar to this. See how this broke out and it came right back to BTC. I think Quant's on the cusp of falling back to BTC as well. So if you think BTC is going to be shit in the bed, this will most likely follow it, is what I'm getting at there, if it's following BTC again. But short term right now, let's look for that drop down to 618, then working up for a 3 top for Rose. Now we're on Deso. So Deso right now, this consolidation doesn't look that bad at all. Looks like we're on the cusp of breaking out here. This is the day chart, by the way. This isn't the 4-hour chart. So the day chart, however, you can see the MACD. We really haven't been doing much. We've been moving sideways. The blue and the orange aren't even close to converging. They're just riding side by side. We did break out of this uptrend that we were at on the RSI. And with that being said, cooling down to this general area to around 2.9 looks like it's going to be, you know, the main support area on the RSI. So that would actually be a bearish thing, even though this kind of looks like a bull flag, in my personal opinion. The charts are saying otherwise. So day chart, I would have to say if we did break above 1550, the next move would be up to the 382 at around 1734. If we broke below this uptrend right here at $15, the next stop would be the 618 at 13.5. That's on the day chart. The 4-hour chart will give us a little bit more detail on the short-term time frame. So Deso on the short term, let's see. Similar on the short term as the day, we're looking like we're about ready to head to the cusp of this triangle. So if it breaks to the upside, it looks like it's heading to around 1750. Breaks to the downside, 618's at $13 even. RSI is bouncing off a general support area. However, if you just look at the general life history of this in the past, this area on the RSI at around 30 is a normal area that we've been bouncing off of and working our way back up. So with that being said, a movement up to the 382 kind of looks likely. You can see the RSI is pretty low, the WTX is pretty low, and this MACD is, let's zoom in a little bit closer. I think the MACD is just hovering sideways, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the MACD is about ready to flip bullish as well. So more likely than not in the short term, the central land's looking pretty good. Chef Natron with the super chat of 19.99. Thanks, man. Appreciate you supporting me in this bear market. It's really helpful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So the decentralized social right now, I'm looking for a break to the upside at around $17.50. I'm not going to be bearish on this. This is screaming bullishness to me. I've seen this pattern several times before, and 75% of the time it's up to the upside. So I'm going to be looking for a movement up to around 1750 right now for centralized social. Let me see how many coins are in circulation. Yeah, especially with only 10 million coins in circulation. And look, majority of the coins are all in circulation. So with small circulating coins, with small supply coins like this, they can move up and down very quickly. So that large movement up to around 1750 is definitely not out of the cards. If there were billions of coins in circulation, I'd have to reassess that analysis that I just did. But just having the small amount of supply and only having 158 million market cap is definitely doable. You can see the last bull run, this went up to around 200 bucks. So it's either we're gonna have a big break to the upside or downside, and my money's gonna be breaking to the upside to around $17.50. From where we're currently at, that looks like a possible 13% gain. That's not bad. So I guess the main thing to take away from this is keep an eye on, well, we're at 1540. So keep an eye on $15 and keep an eye on $16. If we break below $15, I would say a capitulation down to around 13. If we break above 16, that confirms this breakout up to around 1750. So that gives you a little bit of leeway there. Instead of just having a solid number to look at, you kind of have this gap to look at. So if we break below 15, I'm saying we're heading down to around 13. If we break above 16, the next stop's going to be 1750. So that's kind of an if-then TA right there. But if we're just going by straight TA, I think this is going to be the case. I think a breakout to the upside to around 1750 is what we're looking for Deso. You're the man, CC. Thanks for everything you do. Thanks, Chef. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Get off the chest at Deso. Yeah. Had my gains even if I hit $25. I read there's only 4.75 billion Jasmine coins not circulating at this point. I heard that too, but I tried to do my own research on that, and I couldn't find anywhere that said that. It's just rumors, but everywhere you go that has the data on Jasmine all still has that large 50 billion coins max with only 4 billion coins in circulation. So none of the, I mean, coin, let's see. So we have Coin Gecko on Jasmine says 50 billion, 4.75 in circulation. Coin Market Cap says Coin Market also says 4.7 billion in circulation out of 50 billion. So that's what I'm going to be going off. I did my own research too, and I couldn't find any valid information confirming it. So UOS Ultra, I've never heard of this. So Ultra's down 1.7% at 31 cents, 1 billion max, 270 million in circulation, 85 million market cap. Great market cap and low circulating supply setup to make some good gains. All-time high of 249, top of the last bull run. All-time low was 3 years ago at 2 cents. Currently available on the following exchanges, KuCoin being the leader. That's what I mainly use is KuCoin here. KuCoin and MEX at this point is pretty much the only two exchanges that I use. I do all my longs and shorts on MEX because you can do a lot more than 5x leverage, but that's very, very dangerous if you're not cautious, because it's very easy to be like, hey, I'm going to put 50x leverage on this and just get liquidated super fast. That's pretty much gambling at that point, which I don't suggest you do in crypto. If you want to go gamble, go to the gas station and buy a scratch off ticket. Okay, well, what are we doing? Okay, sure. We're on the 4-hour chart here. Excuse me. Oh, look at that gap right there. Doesn't look like there's a ton of volume. What's the volume on this thing? 24-hour volume of 817,000. There was nothing right here. So general look, RSI is at 63. MACD is about ready to flip bearish, but MACD really hasn't been doing shit. You can see the MACD's pretty much been stagnant sideways at 0. WTX is also high. So with MACD kind of being out of the picture now, because MACD is pretty much sideways, I'm not really going to use it because it's not really doing much. We're going to be going off the RSI and the WTX. So the WTX is high, RSI is high. We're not in the overbought territory yet, and we just take a general look. We do enter the overbought territory on this quite often. It looks like 1, 2, 3. Briefly touched it here. We recently touched it here. So a movement to the upside could definitely be the case. I'm just gonna look at the day chart and then we can start drawing on this screen. So day chart's actually looking pretty dang bullish to me. You can see we are bullish on the MACD as well. MACD RSI is at 45, definitely have room to run to the upside, and we're at 50 on the WTX, so we definitely have room to run there. But just look at the general top of the RSI. Let's just draw a mean line here. Looks like the general, yeah, this looks like a general top is around 57, and when we do break above 57, that's when we enter up to 70. So we either head up to around 57 or 70, it looks like. So we're currently close to that 70 on the RSI. So it looks like the short term movement to the upside would be the case. So with that information, let's draw on the 4-hour time frame. And I might have to draw a larger fib on this. There we go. So this actually isn't looking bad. So that, you know, that 1 day time frame that we just went over saying we could possibly see a move to the upside, one more push to the upside. I think that move to the upside would bring us to this 382 at around 32 cents. So that's currently what I'm gonna be looking out for. I mean, this MACD is absolutely useless as the indicator right now because it's just sideways. So we're going off the RSI. RSI is pretty high, but it looks like we want to enter that overbought territory. And we're going to be heading up here on the WTX, which will most likely flash a sell signal. Last time we got a sell signal was here on September 11th on the WTX, and we haven't gotten any since. We got a ton of buy signals back here, but luckily we didn't follow those because we would have been wrong unless we followed this one right here on October 11th. and then ran it up here. So short term, what I'm kind of looking for here is a movement up to around the 382, and then we'll assess the situation at that time. There's just not a whole lot of information to go off of right now, other than there's going to be a slight movement to the upside. 3%. I mean, that's nothing to sneeze at. Better than going down 3%, right? I mean, we are in the steep uptrend. Let's see. Shit. Yeah, I could definitely see something like that happening. How close does this follow BTC? That'll also help us in our decision making. Whoops. This follows BTC pretty damn closely. We did deviate briefly here on August away from BTC, but we fell back into the tide of BTC on September 22nd, and then we started following it pretty hardcore after that. So we had a brief period of deviation from BTC, but as you can see, we're pretty much falling back on the tide that is BTC. So I guess you can use that for your own personal use. If you think BTC is going to be shit in the bed, this thing follows BTC pretty closely. So if BTC shits the bed, Ultra most likely will follow suit. In the short-term time frame, what I'm looking for is that slight upwards movement to around the 382 at around 32-33 cents, and then we'll assess the situation at that time. Thanks, man. At 18x long, 242. My liquidation was 2338, so I think that's the last block to liquidate before bullish flip. Yeah, I agree. Using CC charting to help my short long game. Yeah, well, I mean, we're all in this together, man. We're all this one big team trying to make it in this crypto world, right? I'm just giving information that I have, and that's why I like all you guys in the Discord channel. I suggest you guys join my Discord channel if you haven't yet. I'm not trying to shill it. We don't promote anything in there. There's just a lot of people in there with a lot of good information. You can bounce ideas off of each other. I'm in there daily sharing information. There's quite a few people in there sharing information, and if you like what I do on this live stream, you'll definitely like what we do in the Discord channel. We share a lot of information and more readily available in the Discord channel as well. I'm on there daily sharing information. So yeah, the link's below in the description if you're interested in joining my Discord channel. So Metis. Metis. Down 4.9, $30 even. Very small circulating supply. Only 4.3 million, 10 billion max, so that's not bad at all. 130 million market cap. All-time high on this bad boy was 323 10 months ago. That's crazy. All-time low was over a year ago. So let's just look at this. If the all-time low was a year ago and it didn't make a low in this bear market, tell you what, that is some healthy growth right there, because even with more coins in circulation, it didn't make an all-time low in this bear market. So that just shows that there's a very strong following and a very strong backing of this coin if it hasn't made a low in this bear market yet. 345. Yeah, we're at $30 in the bear market, and the all-time low was 345 a year ago, and they've put more coins in circulation in the bear market as well. We're not even close to the all-time low, so that's very strong. That's a very good indication that there's strong backing of this coin right here. Oh, available on KuCoin. Where is this available at? I'm gonna look at all the exchanges it's available on. It doesn't say KuCoin on here, but these are exchanges it's available on. According to TradingView, it's also available on KuCoin. Oh, I've tried this before. Broke out of that downtrend apparently, so we're on the 4 hour right now. We're gonna clear this up. Yeah, it definitely had a reversal right here. Let's see. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'll just look at the lifespan. Let's zoom in and take a little closer look at what's going on. So we're in a general uptrend, as you can see. MACD is about ready to flip bearish. RSI is pretty high, around 62. WTX really isn't doing shit. I mean, it's pretty much following the RSI. We did not get a sell signal up here. We did just put in a higher high. We would have to stay above 2783 in order to maintain our bullish momentum. In the 4 hour, I'm going to draw one large fib and see if it's valid, and if not, we're going to go to a smaller fib. That is not valid, so let's drag it up to here. Yeah, this is the valid fib right here. So as of right now, we're about ready to flip bearish. So our bearish movement, we have to keep an eye on the 382. The 382 is the next support at around 29.75. If we break below 29.75, we have the 0.5 right here at $29 even. We cannot fall below the 618 at $28. So $28 is what we need to stay above to continue this upwards momentum. If we break below $28, then this upwards momentum that we have is all over, and we'll most likely put in a lower high and work our way back down. So for the So for the short term right now, we are about ready to flip bearish. How low are we going to go? That's just something we have to be keeping a close eye on. You can see if we just take a general look and try to find the bottom. We see we can draw a general mean line of where the RSI generally retraces to. It briefly, I mean, in the past, it has entered the overbought territory. And if it goes down to that overbought territory, you're going to be flirting with that 618. So if we head down to overbought, you're going to be flirting pretty dang close to that 618. You can see we have been in a general uptrend on the RSI as well. Actually looking like there's a pretty good support area on the RSI around here. I have to say, we did get a brief close bounce. I mean, it's not exact, but nothing's ever exact in crypto. So if we did retrace back down to this main support area right here on the RSI, that would bring us back down to the 0.5 at around $29. If we broke below $29, I'd be very, very hesitant on purchasing. I'd probably wait and see what happened at the 618, because if we're falling that hard, it's going to be pretty damn obvious that we're going to be breaking this uptrend, in my personal opinion. So for Metis right now, we're going to be working our way back down, just where we'll be bouncing at. Keep an eye on the 382 at around 29.75. I don't think that's going to hold. I think this 0.5 would be our best bet. If we see it bounce off the 0.5, we're going to go up and put in another high. If we fall below this 0.5, you better be, you know, clenching your butt cheeks, because this is going to be very, very close to breaking the 618. And if we break below that 618, then it's all she wrote, and we're going to be back in a downtrend. So short term, we're heading down. We just have to figure out where we're going to be bouncing at. It's either going to be at the 0.5 or at the 618. And if we don't bounce off either of those, this downtrend's broken, and we're going to be heading lower. We've been in this uptrend. Technically, you can say if we ignored this, technically say we've been in it since here, but that's, you know, being very, very lenient. Technically speaking, this is the bottom. This is the start of the uptrend, October 13th. Let's look at the day chart, see if any of that validates. Yeah, so the day chart actually looks like we're gonna be bouncing off the 0.5 and working our way up here. You can see this is a general area that we've been bouncing off the RSI. And every time we bounce off this RSI, it's a long, slow run up to around 72. And then we retrace and we bounce off it again. So we just bounced off it right here. And I think we're continuing that slow run up. So in the longer term time frame, this does look bullish. I'm going to draw a line to the top right here. So that looks like where we generally reach the top two when we bounce off this RSI support. So I think we're going to be continuing our upwards momentum on the day chart. So that kind of validates that bounce off the 4-hour chart. I don't think we're going to be breaking below that 618. This is why it's always good to test different time frames and use that information that you learn on each time frame and combine them together. So short term right now, I'm going to be looking for a bounce at around $28.95 to $30, and then working our way back up to around $30, $31, $32 and putting in another high. So I'm bullish on this. I am very bullish on this right now. What's attracting me to this is how we have not made a low in the bear market. The low was a year ago. We're not even close to making a low. We're at pretty much $30, and they put more coins in circulation. So that just shows a very, very strong backing of this coin, which makes me very confident that a very heavy capitulation wouldn't be the case. So let's just look for a slight pullback and continuation higher from here. Ultra's like Gala gaming platform. Oh. Yeah, let's look at Azero. Oh shit, not there. I think one of the main things we're to take away from this live stream is it might be a good opportunity. What did I say? To long or short Jasmine. I actually wrote that down. I'm gonna take a look on it after the live stream and see if I want to make a play on it. So Aleph Zero, this is a up and coming layer one. Super bullish on it. I have a decent sized bag of this. Dollar cost average on the way down. I was able to pick some up at 86 cents recently, I believe it was. Total supply 315 million. Taking the supply of only 196 million, 186 million market cap. All-time high on this was 309 7 months ago. All-time low was 4 months ago at 59 cents. I buy mine on Max Global. It's available on the following exchanges down here. Not Max Global, Max C. We're on the day chart. I think I said this was gonna be my buying opportunity. My next one was 75 cents, and then I looked at the charts and I knew it wasn't going down there, so I bought some more at I think 86. Okay, so that's the day chart. Let's jump to the 4-hour real quick. So 4-hour chart on Azero, still tailing up on the RSI. MACD is, I hate how it zooms out like that. I don't know why auto does that. Stupid. MACD still running bullish. Got a slight fake out here. We do sometimes enter that overbought territory on the RSI, and it looks like we're heading up there towards that. You can see we are in this general uptrend on the RSI. Let me just draw it here. You can see we are in this uptrend on the RSI. So with that being said, it's kind of looking like we're gonna have a slight pullback on the RSI to around 45, then a continuation to the overbought. But that's without me drawing anything on the screen. It's going off the bodies. Okay, so as of right now, we're continuing that bullish momentum. You can see we're getting rejected here at around 96 cents. That $1 mark should be held to get over. Those psychological numbers are very, very heavy resistance and heavy supports. So I'd be keeping a close eye on that. General $1 area. As of right now, it looks like we're having a slight pullback. If we have a pullback on the RSI back down to 45, that'll most likely bring us down to the 236 at around 93 cents. And then we could see that would be our initial run towards $1. But I think once we head to that $1 range, you can see the RSI doesn't have a whole lot of room to run. We won't have a lot of moon juice to blast through it. So if we get rejected on our first attempt, that could be very bad for us. But that $1, I'm actually going to put it as a support here. Let's see, the $1 right, close enough, right there. This is kind of what I'm going to be looking for. And then right here is going to be some heavy ass resistance that we're going to need to keep a close eye on. I'm guessing all the volumes there too. Let's see. Yep. Actually, let me just see something real quick. Yeah, there's also a pretty heavy support area there. And there's a support area right here at 9.4. Why are these so small? There we go. Yeah, so as of right now for Azure, we're heading down to the 236 around 9.3 of this main support at 9.4 and then working our way back up. But inevitably, I do think Azure is going to be heading up to $1, and then we're going to have to assess that situation. You can see the main volume's at 98 cents. But nonetheless, this general area is going to give us a very volatile time for Azure. I'm going to be bullish on Azure. As always, I am going to be bullish on Azure. I'm continuing to buy more. Hold my bag. I think it's going to be very, very, very profitable in the bull run. What is your opinion at Robonomic XRT? I think it's gold. Never heard of it. XRT, what is it? Project started in 2017. Oh, Internet of Things. So it's like IOTA and IoTex. So XRT up 0.2, $3.85. Holy shit. Total supply is only 9 million, 1.2 million circulation, extremely small market cap. So this is a moonshot gamble. This is definitely set up to rip if it survives the bear market. Low supply, low market cap, but it's also could get easily wrecked in the bear market. So just take that into consideration. But I think in the next bull run, it could definitely rip. See, the all-time high was 3 years ago at 461. All-time low was 2 years ago. Man, would have gotten in 2 years ago, you'd be set for life. But the one thing that's concerning to me is why did we not make a new all-time high this bull run? And most likely, let's see how they put more coins in circulation. That's just something I always look at, like, why did we not make a new high in this bull run? I mean, the tokenomics, or not tokenomics, the setup here is good for large profit. So why did we not take off? Why did we not make a new all-time high in the next bull run or in the previous bull run? So that's just something to take into consideration. Currently available on the following exchanges down here. Ugh. Man, there's not a there we go. Main volume area is around 350. MACD is about ready to flip bullish. Got 3 cells. RSI's at 50 or at 60. WTX is at 21. So currently right now we bounced off the 236 and we're having a difficult time getting over this resistance at $3.91. You can see there's pretty much 3 main volume areas on this coin in the short term. The first main volume area is the 236 right here. The main volume area is the 618 right here, as you can tell. And then our third one is down here at $3.30. As of right now, we're testing this volume area at the 236 and it's holding us up as support for the time being. We are pretty high on the RSI, but if we zoom out, we do enter the overbought territory every now and again. But as of right now, I think this is going to be a similar situation as to right here. I'm going to be looking for a pullback on this coin. You can see we did just put it in a lower high. So I think something like this could be the case, heading down to the 382, testing this, and then working our way down to this general main volume support area. So the thing when you get down here is you have a main support at $3.56. You have the main volume area at $3.53, and you have a 618 at around $3.50. So in this general area, you could have 3 supports. So what I'm gonna be looking for is a drop back down in this area that would allow the RSI to cool down, would allow the WTX to cool down, would allow the MACD to run its bearish scenario out. Once we get back down there, everything will be set to make some higher highs. We'll have a reset RSI, we'll have a reset WTX, we'll have a reset MACD, we'll have kegs upon kegs of moon juice for our next run. So I think this is going to be the case here. I think we're just a little too high. We need to cool down a little bit more. So I think our first drop is going to be around the 382. Can we bounce off this 382 and work our way back up? Absolutely. But I think in the longer retrospective things, I'll drop down to this main volume area is going to be the case. So one of these supports at the either 357, 353, or the 786 at 350 even. Let's see if the 1-day chart backs this up. Yeah, 1-day chart definitely backs this up. You can see on the 1-day chart, the candles aren't engulfing, they're actually degulfing. I don't know if that's the word to use, but I think it sounds pretty cool, so we're to use it. So the candles are degulfing and working our way back down. So I'd be looking for that drop back down to the 382 here on the short term, which is that $3.70. And then the main volume here sitting exactly on top of the 618 at $3.52. I don't own this coin, and this is not financial advice, but if I wanted to own this coin, I would just put a small buying order at this main volume area around $3.50. If it hit it, it hit it. If not, so be it. But I think this would be a very smart play to play the main volume area since it's sitting on top of a 618. I think something like this is going to be the case for the time being. I'm going to leave this drawn, so if we ever go back to it, I can see how accurately it played out. But this is what I'm kind of seeing right now. In the next bull run, hopefully it makes some mad gains, because it did not make a new all-time high in the previous one. But in, what was this? This was back in market cap was the highest it's ever been. Was the top of the last bull run, and it did not put a new all-time high. Huh, 69, it went up to $73 was the height that it went in the last bull run. Where is it getting this 461 from? Unless that was the initial coin price, because there's nothing here saying 461. That's kind of whack. Yeah, definitely do your research on this part. I don't know if CoinGecko doesn't have all the data or something happened there, but as of right now, the all-time high in the last bull run was $73. That's not bad from where we're currently at. Got a short on people for over a month. Got a short on people. Is that a coin? Holy shit, I am way behind in these chats. Hey, give me a sec, guys. I want to read through the chats real quick. I'm pretty far behind, just seeing what's going on here. Can't have LGB sounding off. We'll look at Doge real quick. So I think I did a Doge video this morning. Wow, look at that retracement we've had. Look at that retracement. So Doge is down 18% and 11.4. I don't remember what I said about it this morning. I guess we'll find out here. Yo, not financial advice, but it might be a really good play to short Doge. Look at this. We're on the 4-hour chart right now. If we break below this 236 right here, that's the 236, right? No, that's the 0.5. There's not a whole lot of volume until we get to the 786 down here at 8 cents. 24% drop possible. That is crazy. But like I said in previous videos, large run-ups like this, they normally retrace back down to the 50% mark. The 50% mark on this run-up here is the 618 at 9 cents. But the thing about this is the RSI is still massively oversold. We did get a sell signal on the WTX, and the MACD is about ready to flip over bearish on the short-term time frame. But remember, always take catalysts into account. So the catalyst that caused this was Elon Musk buying Twitter. So if he tweets one tweet about Doge is going to take off. If we go by just the technicals and ignore the catalyst of Elon Musk, then this retracement back down to the 786 at 8.5 would be the valid play. But catalyst over Trump TA every time. So he can make one tweet about Doge and it could go even higher. That's why it's very risky to short Doge. But could be very, very profitable. I already drew a fib. So short term right now, it's looking like the 50% mark. The 50% mark is a 618 here at around 10 cents. So that's what I'm looking for, is a retracement down to 10 cents. And then we'll assess the situation at that time. Because like I said, there's people who bought in down here and they took profit up here. And there's people who bought in up here, who when the price started falling, they started panic selling. That's why you're seeing this drop. And then you had the people who bought in the middle. So they didn't sell at the top. So they're, as of right now, they're up a couple dollars. And then you have the people who bought in. Once we retrace back down to the 50, then there's people who are up here who are down a couple dollars. There's people here who are up a couple dollars. So they're the ones that are going to be holding in hopes of the next takeoff. So that's what usually happens. You retrace back down to the 50% area, which would be the 618 at around 10 cents. Indicators are just massively overbought right now. So on a technical aspect, the play would be a retracement back down to around 8.5. But like I said, there's a very, very large catalyst at play on this. And all it takes is one tweet from the big guy, Elon Musk, and this thing will go up even higher. So if you want to short it, it's not financial advice. Just remember that Elon could wreck you with one tweet. But if this was not Doge, this would be a super easy short. This would be crazy easy short if this was not Doge. So yeah, so that's my thoughts on Doge right now. Retracement to the 618 minimum at 10 cents. Just beware the catalyst that is Elon Musk. So Krill, Kryll. So Krill's down point, or not point, it's down 1.5% at 35 cents. So I actually made quite a bit of money on this in the last bull run on the Coinbase launch, because this was listed on Coinbase, I believe. Let me see. Yeah. So max supply is super small, 49 million. Circulating supply is only 38, and there's a 13 million market cap. So definitely good setup to make some mad gains if it survives the bear market. You can see the all-time high was 475, the top of the last bull run. All-time low was 2 years ago at 004. Yikes. Not a whole lot going on there. What's the trading volume, D? 178,000. Whoa, I haven't traded this since I used colored fibs. That was a long time ago. Let's see. Let's see how old CC did on the old time TA here. Okay, so let's zoom in and take a look at this thing. So as of right now, MACD is bullish, still growing, or not bullish, bearish, still growing bearish. RSI set at 47. Why am I on that? There we go. I was wondering what was happening. I was on the fucking arrow. So we're at 50 right now on the RSI. MACD is still growing bearish. WTX is still tailing back down. So I think so moving back down is going to be the case here. We got this sell indicator on the WTX. We pretty much entered overbought on the RSI. We had this bearish crossover. So I have a theory called the three wise men. And as you can see, once all three of these play out, I mean, these technically didn't get to the oversold on the RSI, but all three of these were in line, and then you start making your way back down. You can see we did just put it in a lower high as well. Yeah, we have to ignore that wick to make this valid. Okay, as of right now, we fell below the 382. Next stop is the 0.5 at 35 cents. I think we're gonna be breaking through that. I think the area that we really need to focus on is going to be this general area here between the main support at 35 cents and the 618 at 35.4. I think that might be our bounce point there, because we just put in a higher or a lower high, so we have to put in a higher or a lower low. I can't get my words right. So I think that would be the case, and then just something like this until we get that buy signal on the WTX. This enters all the way down to around 1820, and we have that bearishness play out on the MACD. So for short term right now, I think I'll pull back to either the support at 35 cents or 35.4 is going to be the case here. Most likely it's going to be the 618, I believe. We'll probably get a body on this support and a wick down to the 618, and then we'll have that reversal back to the upside to put in another lower high. So as of right now for KRL, I'm going to be a little bearish on it. Let's see what the day chart says. Yeah, day chart definitely validates that. You can see on the day chart the MACD starting to have some D embossing candles, D engulfing, whatever the fuck it's called. So we're starting to tail down there as well. So that is definitely a valid move. Are we going to go straight down to the 618? I mean, we could bounce off the 0.5 here at 35.75, but nonetheless, we are starting to cool down, and we are going to be heading down in a bearish scenario. You can see we still are in this downtrend right here, and a movement like this would still validate that downtrend. So I think KRYLL is going to be bearish for the time being. I made 30% on a long for Jasmine last night. Now I'm short, and as zero hype is building, we need new listings on main exchanges. I don't want a new listing on exchanges yet for Azero. I need to buy some more. Once I buy some more, I'll contact Azero and say, okay, now you can officially list on other exchanges. And they're like, okay, Charting Crypto, we'll get right on that. So you see how many Azero holding now? I'm only holding about 5k Azero, 5k coins, like 5.2k coins. Not a super large bag, but if that bad boy goes, man, I'm gonna make it this next bull run. That I am damn sure, or that is my goal. I am making it this next bull run. Last bull run, I was buying random ass shit, and it was not worth it. Now I'm more educated. Not doing any dumb shit anymore. Used to be a degen back in the day. Now I'm holding good utility coins. I mean, I got in quant super cheap. Like, that is fucking nuts. And it's all thanks to you guys. If you guys weren't shilling quant so hard in the channel, I would have never bought it. I got 75.5 quant with an average buy of $49. It's all thanks to you guys shilling that shit. So thank you, thank you. Probably one of my best investments by far. Time is at a premium these days. I'm working myself to death. No help with the business. Nobody wants work. Keep losing employees. Here to make it in crypto, chef. That's the plan, right? Make it in crypto. You don't have to worry about that anymore. Then we can just sit here and chat all day long. I'm done whining. I'm just reading through the chats real quick. Okay, I am all caught up in the chats. So we're on Mask. So Mass Network is down 22.4% at $2.18. 100 million max, 47 million in circulation, 102 million market cap. Oh, I just had a brain fart there. 41.45 over a year ago, 17 days with the low. So if you like this coin and you're holding it long term, hopefully you're able to get some 17 days ago. Because if you did buy some 17 days ago, you'd already be up 123% on your investment, which is nuts. Currently available on the following exchanges down here, Binance being the leader. Oh, it's available on Coinbase too. $39K Doge at 58, 200 Sol at 26. Azure is going to be your best investment. Sure as hell hope so. So mask right now, you can see the MACD on the 4-hour chart's about ready to flip bearish. We were still massively overbought on the RSI up at 58. We did get a sell signal earlier yesterday. We're still in the red on the WTX. So a pullback is definitely going to be the case here. Let me just see if the 1 day looks like. Yeah, 1 day starting to pull back right now as well. So I'm going to be looking for a pullback here on mask. Where we're going to pull back to, we're going to try to figure that out. There we go. So as of right now, we did top out around at the 236 at around $2.60. We're currently being held up at the 0.5 here at around $2.10. Those round numbers are very psychological numbers, so that $2 range is going to be very difficult to fall below. And that's between the 0.5 and the 618 right here. I'm actually going to draw a support area right there at $2. So for the short term right now, with us still being overbought and the MACD about ready to flip bearish and still having that sell signal on the WTX and being in the red, it's looking like a drop well past the 618 is going to be the case. I think the lowest that we'll go for the time being is around $150, and we'll have to assess that situation. I don't even think we're going to be stopping at these two areas right here. Yes, this candle's green for the time being, but just watch when this starts flipping red. We'll start capitulating pretty dang hard. So we do have the 618 at around $1.90 in the $2 range. If we break below $2, that's when we're going to start seeing some heavy capitulation on this. Nonetheless, I'm going to put a star down here. This is where I think we're generally going to retrace down to. I think we'd be seeing some sort of bounce like this and then working our way down to the 786. And then from there, that'll be the bottom. I don't own this coin. I don't want to own this coin. And this is not financial advice, but if I wanted to buy this coin, I'd put a buying order at $1.50. And if it hit, it hit. If not, so be it. Because I would think the body of the candle will come down to the 786 and you'd probably catch a wick down to 150. I try to catch wicks, it doesn't work all the time, but when you catch a wick, it's always a good feeling. So I think 150 wouldn't be a bad buying opportunity for this for the time being. But for the short term, it does look extremely bearish for mask. Just checking out Jasmine again. Yeah, if we break below this 618 right here, 786 would be the case for Jasmine. 1 hour chart still overbought. So when we drop on Jasmine, we need to keep an eye on the support here at 0049. But if you look, last time we were overbought on Jasmine was in September 2022. And every time we've been overbought, we've had a decent sized retracement. So this retracement went all the way back down to 42. This retracement retraced us all the way back down to 24. This retracement on the overbought retraced all the way back down to 23. This overbought retraced all the way back down to 21. This overbought retraced all the way back down to 10. So every time we've entered overbought, we've had a decent size retracement in price as well, and we just entered that. So that's why I'm pretty positive about this short here. Just keep an eye on that 4.9, and inevitably If I entered here at the 618, I'd probably just get out at the 47. So looks rare is down 2.3% at 22 cents. 1 billion max, little over half in circulation, 122 million market cap. All-time high of 710, all-time low of 16 cents 5 months ago. Where's it available? I'm guessing you are playing with it on KuCoin, Chef, so I'm going to chart it on KuCoin. So 4-hour chart, we just flipped bearish on the MACD briefly. RSI is pretty high at 68. We did briefly touch the red on the WTX. So a pullback is going to be the case here. Just where's that pullback could be taking us to? That's what we're going to have to figure out. You can see we have been in this uptrend since the 25th of October. So that's something to take into consideration. So look at the day chart real quick. Yeah, so I think this is going to be a bearish fake out, similar to what we had back here. How we had that pullback and then we went to higher highs. I think that's to be the case here for looks. It looks like we're going to be heading down to test this general uptrend around 22 cents. And then we'll be working our way up to test another high. If we went to the next high, I'm going to have to extend this fib to find this out. I think we're going to go up to this wick. Yeah, if we did blast off after that, we'd probably be keeping our eye on this 382 at around 23 to 24 cents. I think something like this will be the case. Let's keep working our way up till we hit this resistance area. But at some part, we're going to get squeezed out on the RSI, so that's just something to take into consideration. Yeah, I don't think we're to be. Yeah, one sec. Don't look at that chart. Don't go by that. I changed my mind. We don't really enter the overbought territory on this much. I mean, we briefly do, but it doesn't happen quite often. We don't go that high. So getting squeezed against this uptrend in the RSI and the overbought territory is something we're going to need to keep an eye on. So without a longer term prediction, I think this is going to be the case for the time being. A bounce off this uptrend at around 22 cents, 22.1, and then working our way up to around $23.85 to $24. And then we'll have to assess the situation at that time. So I think this is going to be the case here. Slight pullback to test this uptrend and then working our way back up to around 23, 24. That's what I'm seeing for looks. Quant explosion now. Damn. Got to keep an eye on this 173. When I mentioned that video, if we break to the upside, 173 is going to be the case. You can see we were getting super squeezed against this downtrend and this main support at 161. So now what most likely is going to be the case now is testing this 173, then possibly back testing that downtrend as support, and then going from there. But yeah, quant absolutely took off right now. I don't know what happened there. But Day chart's probably still bearish though. Oh no. Day chart's actually flipping bullish too. Oh shit. Oh shit. Might not get my $100 quant. Yeah, we broke out of the downtrend. But this is the day. We still have the rest of the day for that to play out. Kind of just want to watch that candle grow. Okay, enough of that. Did I chart mask? Mask. I charted mask. I did. So MEXC, that's the one we'll be looking at. So MXC is up 9.3% at 5 cents, 2.6 billion total, 2.4 billion in circulation, 148 million market cap. All-time high on this bad boy was 13 cents. Last bull run, actually 9 months ago. All-time low was 3 years ago at 001. If you would have bought this 3 years ago and held on, you'd be up 5,406% on your current investment at this time. So if you would have bought 3 years ago at this time in the bear market, you'd be up 5,406. So if it runs in the bull market, that's going to be exponentially higher. Ah, fuck it. If I don't get quant at $100, it's not gonna be the end of the world. I just wanted to get 100 quant, but maybe I'll just toss it on the Azro. So MXC right now. MXC right now, RSI is pretty high. WTX is pretty high. MACD is still bullish. Looks like we generally top out at the 70. We rarely break over into the overbought territory. So I'd be keeping an eye on that 81%. I've been doing that on Doge, just watching the candles. It's fun, man. Like sometimes I'm just sitting here on the computer downstairs chatting with you guys on the Discord channel, and I'll put like quant up on the 1 minute time frame and just sit there and watch it bounce around. Yeah, so as of right now, you can see we actually wicked up to the main resistance here at 6.2. I think in a pullback, a slight pullback back down to this 3.82 at around 5.6 is going to be the case, and we'll have to assess the situation. You can see we are still in an uptrend here, but we are currently pretty high on the RSI and the WTX. So I think a little bit of cool down would be more beneficial for us. And then working our way up towards this main resistance at 6.3. And I think 6.3 will be the top for the short term, and then a retracement from there. I think the day chart will most likely back that up. Yeah, day chart's actually bullish still. And we actually just got a buy signal on October 25th. And we just flipped bullish on the MACD as well. So I'd be keeping an eye on something similar to that. It does look like it wants to go higher. We just look at the day. It looks like we actually broke out of this downtrend on the day chart. Oh, it looks like I charted this in the past. September 3rd is the last time I charted it. I mean, if we're going by wicks, I actually just tested the downtrend. Yeah, so keep an eye on that general area, it looks like. Short-term bearish, longer-term bullish. Okay, guys, with that, I have time to chart one more coin and then I'm going to end the live stream. So who wants the last coin charted of the live stream? If you haven't already, please smash that like button. It really helps my channel grow and my videos to get out to more people. You can also join my Discord channel. The link is below in the description. We're on there daily sharing information. It's a really cool group just to be a part of. We all just chat. It's not one of those cult Discord groups like a lot of other ones, just us chilling. So link below is in the description. If you like what I do and you want to support the channel, you can also become a channel member. It's $4.99 a month. You get the special BTC logo next to your name, like Chef Natron and Vlad, that you can see on the screen here. Every month that you're a member, it changes color until you get all the way till red. Red is the maxed out member. You get priority reply to comments and priority reply to requests on the live stream. So as this channel grows and more people are on the live stream, channel members get top priority on their coin charting requests, and also on coin charting requests on comments that I can make videos on my channel as well. So time for one more coin. Who wants it? And then I got to get going. Okay, Trias and then spell, and then I'm done. So Trias is down 6.8% at $1.13, 10 million max, half is in circulation, small market cap of only 5.6 million. Moonshot gamble coin right here, great setup to make some mad gains if it survives this bear market. All-time high was $31 last bull run. All-time low was a year ago at 63 cents. Currently available on the following exchanges down here, KuCoin being the leader. Ooh, Trias. So Trias is actually starting this descent right here. You can see we had the bearish crossover. RSI is pretty high and the WTX is tailing back down. So if I remove all the drawings and we start fresh, you can see we actually wicked all the way down to the 382 right here. So we really haven't been growing massively on the bearish MACD. So I'm kind of thinking we might be seeing a bounce here at around $1.10. Once we get that bounce off $1.10, we're going to be coming up to test this resistance area out. More likely than not, though, a retracement larger than that might be the case, because you can see we are pretty overbought right here. So one more push up and then we're gonna have to see some sort of larger retracement. So more likely than not, I think we're to be testing this resistance area one more time once we bounce off this 382. So look for a drop down to around $1.10 and working our way back up to around 120 to test that out for one more time. And then we'll assess the situation, because this is bullish. I mean, we were technically doing a step up effect. You know, we have that slow bleed out black down, then we have that large run, slow bleed out back down, large run. So I've seen this happen several times before. So we're either retracing to the 382 or the 0.5. One of these is definitely going to hold and then be working our way back up to test this resistance area. Day chart probably backs that up as well. Day chart is, yep, day chart definitely backs that up as well. You can see we're starting to get ungolfing candles, RSI is high, WTX. So a pullback is going to be the case. You can see the main support is down here at $1.05. On the day chart, that slow step up effect will most likely drag us down to the $1.05 range before we have a push up higher. So if I wanted this coin, this is not financial advice by any means. I would just put a buy in order at the main support at $1.05. If it hits, so be it. If not, then so be it as well. But I think that would be a pretty good buying opportunity right now, because we definitely had a pretty damn large reversal off this downtrend right here. So definitely reverse. We're extremely bullish right now. I think $1.05 would be a great buying opportunity for Trias. And to end it, we'll look at Spell real quick. So Spell is up 0.2% at 0.0008, 210 billion max, a little under half in circulation, 92 million market cap. And Spell just always doesn't look good. Man, Spell's about ready to flip bearish. We actually are barely above the support here and turn it into support. RSI is high, MACD is about ready to flip bearish, WTX is also high. So a pull back down to this main support at 000802 might be the case. Short term, let's go from bottom to top here and see what's going on. If I blow this up so we have a better look at it. Yeah, we're currently over the support, but I don't think it's going to hold that long. You can see the 382 is kind of pushing us down. MACD is about ready to flip bearish, so I think the next stop is going to be the 618 right here at 8568. So let's look for a drop down here, and then hopefully that will get us our next run up to around 00009. But we're just too high on the RSI. You can see we really don't enter that area a lot on Spell. Last time was back here in August. So more likely than not, this is going to be the local high, and we're going to start laddering back down to the 786 at around 0082. So I'm going to be bearish on this right now. This is kind of what I'm looking for, a drop down to the 618. And then keep an eye on the 618. If you see a big reversal up there, the next stop could be way up there, but I doubt it. I think something like this is just going to be the case until we get down to the 786, and then we'll assess the situation. You see we have been bullish since October 21st, putting in higher highs and higher lows. That's why I said this move up to around 0009 could be the case, but I would just, don't take this the wrong way. Oh shit. Don't take this the wrong way, but I would just stay away from Spell. I wouldn't touch this thing at all. But for the time being, let's look for a pullback to the 618 at around 8547, and that will be the last thing that I do today on the live stream. So with that, guys, I appreciate everyone coming out and supporting the channel. If you haven't already, smash that like button. You can also join my Discord channel. The link is in the description below. If you like what I do and you want to support me further, you can become a channel member. That is also in the description below. You get that special BTC logo next to your name that changes every month. You get priority to replies to comments. And when you request a video on the live stream or off the live stream, you get priority over other requests as well. So with that, guys, I appreciate everybody coming out to the live stream, and I'll catch you guys next time on Charting.